Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's great to be back with you for the Perfectly Placed preview show. We've got 9 races carded at Hollywoodbets Durbanville on Wednesday afternoon. Come out and join us if you're looking for something to do. Just a reminder that you wouldn't have seen any Perfectly Placed trainer interviews. Reason being is there's been so much rain here in the Western Cape, and we've decided just to take a small break. We'll be back in from the 1st of September onwards. The whole month of September going into the Cape summer season, obviously, is when we'll get those interviews recorded and played out on our Perfectly Placed platform. The reason for that, as I mentioned, is the rain. Now, the rain here in the Western Cape, we know that the water table's been at its highest for ages, for a very long time. You would have seen that documented well enough in a few press releases, but we do promise that we will get those interviews back to you. I know it's vitally important for the trainers and for the punting public, so look out for that from September onwards. A reminder that you need to go onto our Perfectly Placed platforms on our socials. You'll be able to go onto Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. More importantly, there's lots of activity to keep you occupied as we lead into the race days, obviously this Wednesday and then Saturday here at HQ at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. Okay, so I'm not going to waste your time. We're going to try and keep this preview as short and sweet as possible. It's merely just a guide. You can add and subtract, use it. If you don't want to use it, it's entirely up to you. So the first race goes off at 12:35. It's the Hollywoodbets Durbanville welcomes you maiden plate. The betting has number 1 Maniki Nico at 2-1, 28-10 number 9 Rafa Bay, number 6 Fencing Captain at 3-1, and it's 8-1 and better those. Now the top 3 should fight it out. Maniki Nico gets another good chance. It's now or never for this individual from a good draw at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. Ran a very good second in Gqeberha last time behind a nice horse in the form of Room for Maneuver, trained by Kelly Mitchley. Was only beaten 2 and a bit lengths on that occasion. The run before that, it was a diving finish. There were a good few of them scattered across the track, and was beaten just over a half a length by one liner. So Maniki Nico from a good draw must be a lively chance. So the danger for me is definitely going to be Fencing Captain. Now, I called this horse's last race when running third, beaten a length and a quarter by Walk With Me. Took off into the closing stages. I put this horse down as one to follow. There's no doubt he's getting better and stronger with racing, and I certainly believe that the son of Captain of All has got a massive winning chance, trained by Piet Boerter and will be ridden by Keenan Steyn. So to start the day off, to make some money, let's go and take the swinger. That slide is up on your screen now as I speak to you. My suggested play in race number 1 is we're going to take the swinger 1 and 6. It'll pay a few rand on the tote, and that will set us up for the rest of the day, and hopefully we can spend some money in those exotics, which starts in race number 2. Race number 2, this is where the bar pot starts. We're certainly looking forward to the bar pot. I've actually tipped a bar pot, so stand by, get those notepads out. Race number 2 goes off at 1:10 This will be the Cape Turf Club Class 4 for fillies and mares. The betting has number 7 Among the Clouds at 3-1. The 1 Could It Be's at 15-4. Number 2 Windrunners at 4-1 with the 5 Glee Club, and you're getting 5-1 and better those. It's a very open race, so I'm not going to bore you. We're going to dive straight into that suggested bar pot play. Get those notepads out. Here we go. The cost is 400 rand. You can take a percentage. Hopefully we catch it a few times. First leg we're going 1 and 7, by Banker 7, by 1, 3, 6, 9 and 13, by 4 and 7, by 1, 3, 4 and 5, by 1, 2, 3, 5 and 7. It's going to cost you 400 rand. It starts now in race number 2. The first leg of the place accumulator starts in race number 3. The off time is 13:45. It's the Join the Legends www.capeturfclub.co.za. It's an open maiden for fillies and mares, and I'm big on a horse here. I'm So Pretty. Probably the best bet on the program. 13-10 is the current price. I thought would have been deep in the red. Short and sweet for me. I like this horse in a big way. The daughter of Vercingetorix ran a lovely second to Scarlett McCall last time out. Moved up a winner on that occasion from a half decent draw. I think she's going to take a power of beating. The only danger will be number 6, Pink Moon. Whether she's good enough to beat I'm So Pretty, only the race is going to tell. So at this sort of a price, put up that slide for me. Let the punters have a good look. We're going to suggest a good win bet. Whether you go to the bookmaker, whether you go to the tote, it's entirely up to you. But I'm So Pretty for me in race number 3 looks to be a PA banker and a horse that we can start a few multiples leading up into the rest of this program. Okay, so we move along to race number 4. This is where the pick 6 starts this afternoon here at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. The market has number 1, Jack in the Green at 7-2. Number 13, Water Dragons at 4-1. The 7, City of Port Louis at 7-1. 9, White Seahorse at 7-1. And you're getting 10-1 and better those. Now, interesting name of the race. It is the celebrating Centurion member Ken Truter's birthday maiden plate. So happy birthday to Ken Truter from all of us here at Cape Racing. We hope that you have a wonderful day. Race number 4, I like Water Dragon. I really like the look of Water Dragon number 13. Had this horse been drawn a bit better, I would have probably tipped him in a big way and made him the value bet on this 9-race program here at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. The only concern is that draw, but he's been gelded and he's been rested. I know that Vaughan Marshall thinks quite a bit of him. He was disappointing last time when running 3.5 lengths behind Tsunami Warning. He was going up and down into the closing stages. The race didn't work out for him, so I'm going to put a big black line through that particular contest. If he can drop out towards the back of the field and not be scrubbed around them and do too much in the early parts of the race, I think he'll be a big runner. I think the gelding is what he's been looking for a long time, Water Dragon, and therefore I suggest that we're going to take a few each ways at a decent price. We go to race number 5. This is where the first jackpot starts. The off time is 3 o'clock. It's the perfectly placed open maiden for fillies and mares. It's a wide open race. Number 4, My Only Weakness, 5-2. Number 6, Fairfields at 5-2. 7, State Capitals at 4-1 with number 10, Pocket Dial. And after that, you're getting 13-1 and better. I think the top 4 in the markets will fight it out. My honest opinion, My Only Weakness, Fairfield, State Capital and Pocket Dial should be more than enough for your exotics. Just having a look at this race, I'm big on number 4, My Only Weakness. She moved up powerfully last time out. She made up stacks of ground into the closing stages when beaten by Pentalina. She was only beaten 2 1/4 lengths on that occasion. Now, Adam Marcus has told me a number of times, when I manage to get this filly over a bit of ground, you're going to see the best of her. Last time we did see that rapid improvement. There was some decent market support as well. They really backed her in a big way, I think from 12-1 into 11-2. And now that she's got a decent draw, she's seen Hollywoodbets Durbanville, she could be the filly that they all need to beat. Number 4, My Only Weakness. The danger will be number 6, Fairfield, as well as number 7, State Capital. I think they'll be coming hard at My Only Weakness. And then for your larger permutations, you would have to include number 10, Pocket Dial, as well. So those horses only for me when it comes to the first leg of the first jackpot. In this particular race, I am going to suggest we take the swinger. Let's go and take the swinger 4 and 7, My Only Weakness, and number 7, State Capital. And hopefully it pays a few rand and should set us up for that jackpot 2, which starts in race number 6. So we move along to race number 6. 15:35 is the off time, and this is the Cape Turf Club Syndicate Class 3 event. It's a wide open race. The market's going to paint that picture for you. Number 1, Nevada Kings at 3-1. The 6, Fibonacci's at 33-10. 3, Future Turns at 4-1. The 5, Ella Maurice at 9-2. 8, Future Prince at 6-1. And it's 8-1 and better those. So you can see how close the market is. It's a wide open contest. So I've suggested a jackpot 2. Get those pens out. It's going to cost you 480 rand. First leg, I'm going to go 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Second leg, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. By 2, 8, and 9. By 2 and 4. It's going to cost you 480 rand. You can take a percentage. 10% is going to cost you 48 rand. And I really like the look of this jackpot play. So I do suggest that we spend a bit of money, get around the table, get your mates involved. Let's catch it a few times because it is going to pay at the end of it all. It starts now in race 6 and you need to be on at 15:35. Race number 7 goes off at 4:10. It is the Woodruff Racing Syndicate Cape D Stakes. There we go, Cape D. That in itself is going to tell us how difficult this race is. I've never seen a race like this in my life when it comes to trying to find a winner. It's almost impossible. But this is what we want as punters, right? We want value. We don't want to be backing horses at even money. We want horses 5, 6, 7-1, and that's where we can make some good cash. So, race number 7, the market has number 2, Like the Clappers at 4-1. Number 5, Nile the Boss at 4-1. The 8, Dream Searcher at 7-2. 7, Queen Bomi. That's all the value for me at 11-2, and it's 6-1 and better those. I'm going to dive straight to my top selection. That's going to be number 7, Queen Bomi. Having a look at her last run, she ran 4 and a bit lengths behind Kamikaze. I am of the opinion that was a lot stronger than what she meets today. She's always been a decent sort of individual. Once upon a time, she ran behind a horse called Gimme Another. Go and dig into those form lines. You'll see that for yourself. She's taken a bit of time to find her feature in the Western Cape, but for me, she's slowly starting to recapture her best form. At about 11-2, there's lots of value. So my suggested play slides up on your screen. Let's go and take a few each way. Maybe the place is more so than the wins on Queen Bomi. Hopefully she can get it right. Lunga Gila is the trainer, and Robert Cartier has been booked to ride. This is the perfect race for Queen Bomi to return back to her best form. Race number 8 is the penultimate on today's 9-race program. The off time is 16:45. It is the Hangover Syndicate. It's a class 4 for fillies and mares. The favourites, number 8 in the green zone at 5-2, number 2 Great Cat at 3-1, 6 Charlene's at 15-4, number 3 Pushing Limits at 15-2. You're getting 8-1 and better those. My value bet on this 9-race program, I can't believe the price. There's Great Cat. I remember speaking to Barry a couple of weeks ago, the assistant trainer to Brett Crawford. This filly was carded to run. For whatever reason, she was scratched, but she was popping out of her skin then. Can you imagine what she's doing now that they've been able to get some more work into these horses? We've had some decent weather over the last couple of days here in the Western Cape, and that's going to play in favour of this horse, Great Cat. She's got the form, she's got the draw. She was a ready winner last time out when beating Girl Like Us. The run before that, she was all over a winner inside the last 50 metres until first masterpiece came from the clouds to nail her with JP van der Merwe. I think she's going to take a power beating. I can't believe the price. I think she'll shorten closer to race time, especially because Brett Crawford has got his string in tremendous form at the moment. So short and sweet for me. If you can get more than 3-1 about Great Cat, go and have a bet. So the last race is the Get Out Stakes. It's race number 9. It goes off at 17:20. It is the Hollywoodbets Bright Future Cape D Stakes. Now that in itself is going to tell you that it is competitive. But guess what? I've narrowed it down to 2 horses. Hopefully that'll help you for your exotic bets. The favourites, number 2 Wiley Jack at 5-2, the 4 Explicit Contents at 3-1, 9-2 number 7 Lover's Lane, and it's 11-2 and better those. Let's start with Wiley Jack. He's naturally the horse that they all need to beat on paper. He ran a very good second to Shifting Path last time out. A Shifting Path in a race of this nature will be very hard to beat. So that form alone should see Wiley Jack in the winner's enclosure. It's a small drop in class for him, and I think he's going to take a power beating from a good draw. He'll be put in the race, there'll be no excuses, and they'll have to fetch him that last bit. The danger is going to be number 4 Explicit Content, who won a great race last time out for Peter Wrench. He was on speed, he quickened up beautifully. Hats off to Peter Wrench and his entire team, because I thought this horse looked unbelievable last time out, moving down to the start. So he's going to be the horse that's going to be chasing home Wiley Jack into the closing stages. So therefore, being the last race, what are we going to do? How are we going to make some money in this particular race? Being the last race, race number 9, let's go and take the swinger Wiley Jack and number 4 Explicit Content. That's the obvious bet. If it can pay R3 and we can catch it a few times, well, then we walk away winners at the end of the afternoon. But that's going to be my suggested play, the swinger Wiley Jack with Explicit Content. All right, so that's it from my side, a short preview. Hopefully it will help you. Like I say, it's just a guide. You can add, subtract. You don't have to watch the preview in its entirety. It's all up to you, but we're here to try and help you. We're here to try and make money together, and that's our 9 races coming through from Hollywoodbets Durbanville on Wednesday. Thank you for taking the time to watch us. We'll catch you on the other side. I'll be calling tomorrow at Hollywoodbets Durbanville. Really looking forward to that. Bye-bye.